Yeah, hello everyone. And we've just got a short one for you here. Basically, just an announcement more than anything else. There's just me and Roger here.
Hi.
Yeah, we've not heard anything since the last recording. We've not heard anything from Gabriel, I should say. He's been incommunicado. The people at Lucasfilm will not say anything about what happened. We've basically just been hiding out, really, trying to figure out what's happened and how much trouble we're in, and we've heard nothing. So, unfortunately, this looks like it's the end. We hope you enjoyed. Can you turn that off, Roger? We're in the middle of.
It's not me.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, Hello? Yes, sorry.
Who's there?
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this? We're in the middle of something.
Is that Dan?
Yes, who is this?
Yeah, it's Gabez. It's Gabriel. I'm here.
What? Gabriel?
It's Gabez.
He's on the phone?
It's me.
Yeah. Hold on, let me put this on speaker. What are you saying?
It's Gabez. It's me. You're probably wondering what happened to me after the exciting conclusion of last month's podcast.
Interestingly enough, that's exactly what we were doing just now.
Well, I'll tell you, it's quite a fascinating story. Basically, last month I was in George Lucas's bathtub, as you know, and then I was rudely taken out by some very big, large men who thrust my naked body, well, my towel had fallen off at this point, into a very warm, moist van. I penetrated very deep into the van. It was a very big black van, and I was driven down a long dark tunnel, and I could see through the window of the van a very tall building that had been erected in the middle of two hills. And to cut a long story short, we had to go into the rear entrance, and it was quite a squeeze. And now I'm in a prison cell. And I've been here for a month, and I've only just thought of phoning you up. Are you recording the podcast now?
Yeah, by incredible coincidence, we actually were.
Wow. Well, let's do the podcast.
Famous good timing from
Yeah,
Gabriel.
I'm in prison.
So what's the story? What the hell are you in prison for?
I don't know. They wouldn't tell me. I told them I know George Lucas, Georgie Lou. I interviewed him.
Yeah.
They said, talking is forbidden, and then they smacked me. But it's okay in here.
I don't know. Talking is forbidden. I would have thought. I mean, I don't mean to press the point, because I know you've got in trouble about this before, and I don't know how much you're allowed to say. But surely this has got to have something to do with the bath.
What I did in the bath, you mean?
Yes. I mean, we talked about this before.
Look, okay, I was very relaxed. It was a tiny little thing. I don't think we need to go into that. Why don't I just tell you what I did today?
Yeah, by all means. I mean,
Okay.
Why don't you tell us what you've been doing for the last few weeks? We've just been sat here in the dark.
I'll tell you. I mean, I'll tell you, this is a typical day for me. I played games in the morning. I checked my email. They have a computer suite here. It's all very civilized. In the afternoon, I took a shower, during which I was massively raped. But apart from the sexual violence, this has been a very typical Sunday for me.
Well,
In fact, it's Valentine's Day that we're recording this, so apart from the sex, this is a very typical Valentine's Day.
so yeah, I mean, prison's famous for that, of course. I mean, there's a part of me that feels you've got what you deserve.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, I've got the full prison experience, quite literally. I do mean the full experience.
There is a beautiful irony in the fact that this happened in the shower.
Not in the bath. They don't have baths here. Yeah, so
Communal baths would just be asking for trouble, really, I suppose.
right. Yeah, I mean, this is the reason I'm in prison to begin with. Should we talk about something else? Let's talk about what about Telltale games?
You want to? Yeah.
We could make this the subject of the podcast, since I've been looking up on them on the internet whilst I've been in prison.
Oh, really? You've been looking into them?
But let's just go over the last podcast comments first.
Yeah.
We had a few from the website. I printed them off actually.
I've got to say, I mean,
Alex said
I just point out at this point that, I mean, me and Roger have been basically hiding out since then because we didn't know what the hell happened, and we just decided to go underground. So you actually, in your, Lucasfilm prison camp sort of computer suite place, have had much more access to information than we have. So I have no idea what the response to the last one was. We basically...
Well, it's been quite positive. About 5 people downloaded it. Questone said, "Chapeau, this was brilliant." So he's speaking French for some bizarre, unnecessary, ridiculous reason.
Oh, is that the tipping of the hat thing?
I don't know. It's French. That's enough. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Neon Get said, "Superb. I think this podcast needs a website. We've got a website. It's called Mix and Mojo."
Yeah,
So he hasn't done his research.
we're famously associated with the website, I suppose.
We got some comments on Luke's forums as well. Someone said, "I love that British accent."
Are you British?
That was an American. I am a little bit British.
I don't believe it. You never...
Yeah.
It's all coming out today.
What?
It's all coming out.
Coming out? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's a different...
You're accusing me of something else then. Not that it's an accusation. Anyway, so, yeah, that's the comments, really.
That was it, yeah. Well, that's positive stuff. We can take something from that.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just glad that we're doing it at all. I thought we were pretty much over after the last one. And it's a miracle that we're still going.
Yeah. Should we talk about the main issue, the main heart of this podcast, which is Telltale Games?
Yeah, let's get to that.
I mean, what do you think of Telltale?
Telltale, a strange company. They're very...
Well,
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
they've done a very successful job of becoming the company that everyone wanted in 2004, and they've seized upon that hole in the games developers from California who make adventure games, kind of the gap that was left in that market, and they've filled it very quickly and powerfully, and now it's theirs.
Yeah, I was filled up very quickly and powerfully as well this afternoon. But, on another subject, let's not dwell on the past. I should explain to listeners that Telltale is made up of lots of LucasArts people. It's basically LucasArts 2.
It's LucasArts 2 plus Mojo, in a sense.
Well, there are a few Mix and Mojo people, yeah. But actually what's happened now is that LucasArts is now the underdog, the little developer. Telltale is the big powerhouse. Essentially, that's right.
LucasArts are the indie company. They're releasing things digitally. They're not publishing things anymore.
To be fair, Telltale are releasing digitally as well. But
they're sending out these DVDs, collectors DVDs.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah.
You can buy them on the Wii, on Amazon and places. There's they've got quite an operation going on.
Well, you see, this is what I wanted to talk about, because in my opinion, Telltale have become too successful, too well loved, pretty much, and they encourage people to love them, and I think that's bullshit, because they're a company, they're interested in money, they want people to give them money. A company does not love you. Let's get that clear.
Apart from the Coca-Cola people, of course.
Oh, yeah, well, they're wonderful, yeah. But, so in my opinion, I think some people need to respond to Telltale in a slightly antagonistic way. Not in a sense of malice, but in a sense of kind of redressing the balance, in the same way that the medieval guilds in Europe would counterbalance the despotism and the monarchy,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think, to an extent, I agree with you about that. I think there was a long period with the LucasArts fandom where it was a common complaint that they didn't really listen to the fans. There was no kind of communication. They just operated autonomously, and we got what we were given. And it's not... Telltale have done a good job of presenting themselves as not being that way. They've got Twitter, and they have a blog and things.
Yeah, and they sign their name with a little heart. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's like getting a text message off a sort of 12-year-old girl in a way.
Yeah.
I may be the only one who gets text messages from 12-year-old girls, I admit, but they do tend to sign with hearts.
Yeah, so I think Telltale do need to be opposed in some ways, not by everyone, but by some people, because
Yeah, they need a sort of a Nestor Makhno type figure to cut them down to size.
Right.
A Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise it's the religion of Saint Telltale-hood, and basically then we get another dancing plague, we get a lot of crucifixions, it's all a terrible mess. We don't want that. We don't want people to idolize Telltale. They are just a company. They don't love you. They don't. How can they? They're a cold, heartless company. They're made of individuals, sure, but as a whole, they're interested in your money.
See, that's important. Yeah, I think the individuals may well love.
No, they don't. They don't know the fans. How can they? There's too many of them. They don't know us individually. Bollocks.
That's true. That's true. I've not met any of them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who they are. Okay, so we should get to the heart of the issue. Last Saturday, we couldn't talk about this on Mix and Mojo. We would talk about it on the podcast. We were sent. Well,
you can talk about it because you're already in prison.
I'm already
of course.
in prison. Try that one in court, Telltale. Yeah, you bastards. Okay, so Remy Olsen was sent some images that were leaked from Sam & Max season 3.
I should point out at this point that's Remy's story.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know why Remy was emailed these to begin with. Where did that come from? Anyway,
it wouldn't be the first time Remy has broken into a games company and committed crimes. But that's, we, again, more things that we're not allowed to talk about. Let's just skip that and get on with the facts.
Yeah. So we actually published these on Mix and Mojo on Saturday night. You might have even seen them if you were very quick. But we took them down because Telltale were basically like, take this shit down. This is sensitive shit,
Yeah.
And Jake, well, I shouldn't mention any names. I'll just say Jake, or no, that's too obvious. Rodkin.
Jake Throat.
Jake Throat, yeah. Jake Throat was like, no. Telltale is going to get pissy, man. You've got to take these down. So we actually deleted the entire post. Now, my question is, should we have deleted the post? Should we not? We're Mix and Mojo. We're telling the people the truth, man. We've got to get the news out there. It's not our fault that they leaked. The images were leaked. Should we not have left the post up? Should maybe we have, conveniently not heard the email and just left the post up for a few more days? What do you think?
I think we should have left it up, but remove the images, because images are the only thing that they could get us on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
We could present the rest as a rumor of sorts, and they wouldn't be none the wiser.
Well, let me put it to you this way, okay? I'm not going to name any names, but there's nothing wrong with the site publishing sort of discovered URL links, that people find just by typing in kind of prophetic words in, Telltale / insert word. If we find one of those, we can put it up. And if we find that the ratings board have, rated a title, then we can put that on as well.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy. That's what it is.
This is just something slightly different, where it was not something that anyone could find out. It was just something that only we had access to.
It was news delivered to us. We're Al Jazeera. We've been just given the Osama bin Laden tapes, and now we're told by Premier Bush or whatever that we can't broadcast them.
Yeah.
I got an email saying, what was it? This is unauthorized. Bullshit. It's in the public domain now. It's been leaked. It's your problem, not mine. It's like someone having a bath, all the water flooding out of the bath, and then the neighbours coming into the street, taking the water, and then people going from the side saying, no, that's our water. No, it's in the street now. It's too late. It's our water now. It's public domain. Deal with it.
I think, there's an important thing here, which is that the readers of the site, the listeners to this, probably like Telltale, and they want the relationship to continue. And
What relationship?
Well, that's yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
what I mean is, I think that they would generally lean towards don't piss Telltale off, which is part of what this is about. And at the same time, I think we have a responsibility to put those up. And as soon as Telltale get in touch with us politely, ask us to remove it, then we should deal with the problem then. But we've got a strange connection with them, a sort of a one-way connection where they are aware of everything that we're doing, and we're not aware of everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's interesting though that there's one news post that separates us from being friends with Telltale to getting a C and D from the lawyers. They're a very fickle company, I think, in that way.
Yeah, for a start, that C&D stuff is bullshit. What are they going to do? Convict us? What are they going to? Who are they going to convict? Who put the news post? Nobody knows. Are they going to convict all of us? Were they going to take us all to court? How are they even going to get our mailing addresses? Were they going to email us? I'm just going to say my spam filter picked that up. Just try that one in court, Telltale. I mean, how are they going to get our mailing addresses?
You're in
I could just ignore the letter.
prison.
It would cost them thousands of pounds.
This is a classic case of I am already being punished, so let's burn the house down.
Yeah.
You're safe. I mean, obviously you're having some problem in the shower. I understand. There's.
I wouldn't call it a problem, actually.
Well, you're having some bonuses in the shower.
Yeah.
That's a Latin joke there for anyone who knows any Latin. And yeah, I think you're safe. You're safe from any recrimination. I mean, have they told you how long you're going to be in prison for?
No, they haven't told me anything.
Are you literally just locked in a room?
I'm locked in a cupboard.
In a cupboard?
Yeah. Yeah. I can describe it to you, actually. It's just a white room. It has some junk in it. I think it's the broom cupboard. I do hear voices from the other side of the wall, but I can't make out what they're saying.
Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. I've got to think about your situation. To be honest, I'm still confused by it. But I think it will be interesting. We've got our famous email address, which is what is the email address, Roger?
Sorry. Go on.
It's podcast@mixedmojo.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to hear what people think. Truthfully, what would you rather happen? Would you rather Mixed Mojo gets closed down and sued, which is possible in the extreme?
It's possible. Absolutely possible.
It's possible in the most extreme version of.
Telltale would never do it. They wouldn't dare.
No, I'm not talking about this example. I'm talking about potential things we could do. Would it be worth us taking the risk of that happening, or should we play it safe and give you sanctioned news that we're allowed to give you?
Official news that has been processed and.
Like in North Korea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, damn right.
I mean, it is important to remember at all times that this is incredibly insignificant stuff.
No. It's a matter of principle, man.
Oh no, that's my point. We're not posting nuclear.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sort of missile launch codes on terrorist websites.
I mean, I should explain.
We would if we could.
I should explain what the images were, really. I mean, there were two pieces of concept art and another one which was a blurry screenshot or something, and there was a fourth image as well.
I believe that was Dan Connor's. I won't get into what he was doing, but that was a definite leak, as it were.
Right. Yeah, that was a literal leak. There was a fourth image as well. I don't know if you saw it. The two Victorian men with moustaches, naked, sitting next to each other. One of he had his hand on another part of the man. I don't
Well, that is precisely why I've gone from being for original Telltale IP to against it, because if that's what they're developing, I don't think it's going to fly with the audience that they've developed.
Well, to be honest, I don't actually know if that was from Telltale, but it was an image from the internet, so I think there's a good chance that it is something that they're working on there.
Well, they release their games through the internet. They've got a stranglehold on it.
There's awful stuff on the internet. You can type in boobs, boobies, any variation of breasts on the and Google, you can get pictures of women's tits. That's a fact.
Hold on. Just what were those searches again?
Boobies. No, I'll email you
Boobs?
the pictures. Boobs, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's a word.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
no.
I think we decided that it's good to oppose Telltale to a certain extent because they're not the next Messiah.
Yeah, it's your civil liberty to stand up and fight tyranny.
Yeah, I mean they're not exactly tyrants, but that's not the point.
I would go as far to say that they're not tyrannical in any way, but it's important to say you must fight tyrants and then just kind of imply because they can't get you on implications.
They're just too popular not to be attacked a little bit. Because if they're not attacked and they do screw up, then they've already got this insanely loyal fan base that will just quite calmly turn around, stick their arse up in the air, and take it like a man. And I do think that's right. I think that makes me hate everything in the universe. I'm full of hate and bile, and I'm a nasty, nasty man.
You're projecting too much because of the situation you're in, and which is your own fault.
I shouldn't have taken that bath. I knew the bath was a mistake.
I mean, the bath is one thing, but you were basically broadcasting out of their
inner sanctum.
It's not right. It's a bathroom is a place for personal business, not for broadcasts.
Well, I don't know. I know that now. The other thing about Telltale.
This is what Smut Center was taken down for the exact same reason, and you didn't learn your lesson.
You were thinking of smutcenter.mixandmojo.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might come back actually.
Well, how can it? I mean, if you're able to do anything from your incarceration location, then that's great because
I'm already in prison.
If I even type the address into my browser, it sets off an alert with Interpol. That's how much trouble you got us into the last time.
I bet he could find a lot of content for Smut Center where he is right now.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's always thinking.
Should we move on to another topic now?
Yeah.
Hey, let's stick with Telltale. You might have noticed that Telltale are recruiting a lot of jobs. This is what made me think that they're actually much bigger than LucasArts now. They have quote unquote a big job coming.
Big job.
Yeah, big job. I think they've got about 7 or 8 on their jobs page. I printed off some of the descriptions.
Oh, let's hear them.
Yeah, let me read them out to you. Okay, so one of the posts they're publicising for is the senior lead tester, which is the most ridiculous title I've ever heard in my life. It's a tester.
I think it's pronounced lead.
Right, senior lead tester. Right,
yeah.
The lead.
Which furthers, the rumours. It adds fuel to the fire that they are mining and that they've got some kind of James Bond operation going on in those hills. What are they mining lead for? Why do they need to test it? Yeah. I mean, I may be in conspiracy theory territory, and it wouldn't be the first time.
Why do they want a senior to do it? Why an old man?
Are you sure it's not
a young person?
Are you sure it's not senor?
Senor, it probably is. They want someone Mexican. This is not actually discussed in the main part of the text. I'll read you out some of the responsibilities. Okay, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. One of the responsibilities for a senior lead tester is to abide by, promote, and evangelize quality assurance standards, processes, best practices, and controls.
It doesn't say evangelize. It doesn't say.
It does. No. It does. Evangelize. What is this? The minutes of the 21st Vatican Council? It's bullshit. What are they going to do? Knock on people's doors and say, "Excuse me, have you heard about quality assurance standards? They love you. It's true. Here, have some literature and join my church." It's bollocks. What does it even mean? Promote by, abide by these quality assurance standards. If that's the kind of company they are, I don't want to work for them.
It doesn't say anything about disconnecting. Is that what it's called? The idea that you've got to cut your friends and family out of your life if they oppose your new job.
They haven't actually written that down, no. That's Scientology you're thinking of.
Oh, of course.
Okay, essential skills and experience. At least 2 years experience in QA management position. That's impossible. Nobody has 2 years experience doing anything. Nobody has the time 2 years.
Yeah.
They're asking for the absolutely impossible.
I mean, you
Okay.
only go to work for 8 hours a day. How are you supposed to clock
Right.
up 2 years?
Yeah, they're asking for the impossible. Preferred skills and experience. Okay, I bring excellent oral skills. That was a bit immature of me.
Again, you're projecting. You've got to. They have people, don't they, in prison who can help you get through difficult times.
No. Actually, this is a serious point, actually, because they've underneath this, it said Telltale Games is an equal opportunity employer. They don't discriminate on disability. Right. What if you're mute? You don't have excellent oral skills.
Yeah, that's really good point there.
I mean, what does excellent oral skills even mean? That just means you can talk, right?
Well, I mean, if you've got excellent oral skills, then you generally don't have to worry about job interviews to begin with.
But, what happens if Gordon Freeman applies for this job? He can't, because he can't speak.
Yeah, he's part of the reason, I suppose, why he's so angry all the time.
I'm kind of riffing on Telltale a lot here.
It's important that we don't sound bitter.
I'm not bitter at all. I'm not bitter that I didn't get the job for senior lead tester. That's nothing to do with this. My application was turned down. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Hey, look, everyone knows, and I'm sorry to keep bringing it up, but I mean, this is sort of like an intervention. You cannot go and have a bath during a job interview. It's nothing to do with Telltale. You're picking on them for something that you did.
Yeah, but I mean, I part of me does want to react against Telltale, because of the fact that we did feel pressurized into taking the news post down with the leaked images. We were, asked directly. Of course, we're going to do it because we're being polite, we're nice. But we felt pressure to take it down. We also feel. I always feel pressure from people who love Telltale and evangelize about them so much, because they bought out some Mac games or whatever, big whoop, I don't even have a Mac, who cares? I want to, part of me just wants to say, get stuck, you bozo! Sorry, that was pretty strong language. Screw you, you jerk!
Listen, you're breaking LFN rules here with these words.
Yeah, okay.
It's totally unacceptable.
My point is, what are Telltale going to do? What are they going to do about it? What are they going to turn back time and mute my voice? Actually, no, I shouldn't joke about that because they can actually do that.
Yeah, it's happened in the past. Let's not dwell on this. I think it's important that we say we're not bitter about this. Of course we're not. It's part of the everyday life of working for Mojo. This happens more often than people would think. I mean, we found out about Tim Schafer's next game, the one he's making after Brutal Legend. We're not allowed to talk.
Gay man? What? Did you say Tim Schafer's next gay man?
I should point out I have a bad cold. I actually said next game, but.
Well, we found out about Tim Schafer's next gay man as well. He's called Roger. Not this Roger. I'm not saying. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, there's lots of things we know that we've had.
This is just someone else called Roger. It's a coincidence.
This has happened, several times. But one thing we've never put up the headline on Mix and Mojo. Telltale game publisher pulls out. Game is screwed, which we've done for Double Fine.
Right.
We assume everything that Ron Gilbert and Bill Tiller do is effectively doomed before it begins, and we also kind of. LucasArts, they can publish it, but I mean, it's not going to be worth buying in the end anyway. So Telltale are really the only ones who are making games, releasing them on schedule, and delivering what they said they'd deliver. So yeah, they're definitely target number one at the moment.
Yeah, they're just too good not to be attacked a little bit.
Yeah, they're basically their efficiency belies their power.
Right, which
and
is
it has gone undetected.
And their power is extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. I mean, I mentioned the time travel. That first came into existence at LucasArts with Day of the Tentacle. The people who worked on Day of the Tentacle are shocked that people think that it's a fun adventure game when it's actually a very serious simulation about the dangers of time travel.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. You imagine being trapped 200 years in the past. I mean, that's what I got from there.
Right. I mean, but but I've heard that Telltale are developing this
nightmares about it.
time travel technology. You can imagine the great marketing uses it could have if someone writes you a bad review. Go back in time, kill their grandfather. You know, if the game, if you don't have enough time to finish a game, if the development is rushed, if it's a rushed game and gets bad reviews, go back in time, kill the reviewer's grandfathers. There's lots of opportunity here for grandfather-related mayhem. The danger is that you kill your own grandfather by mistake, and that's what Day of the Tentacle is really about.
That's you've got to the heart of it really, and it's important I think that we analyse these old games now to this level of depth, because you're absolutely right. You know, it's a fundamental question. What if you accidentally kill your own grandfather whilst trying to kill the grandfather of someone who wrote a review of your game that was less than favourable? You know, Tim Schafer talks about it constantly. That's, I think, what Brutal Legend is actually about. In the end, it's about going back and stopping the people who told him that Black Sabbath weren't very good. And I agree with him completely on that. I would do it too if I could. I love Black Sabbath. I've not made a video game about it, but hey.
Well, you know, I mean, this is a good conversation, but I'm running out of time because I'm only allowed about 30 minutes of talking time a day, although I'm allowed a lot longer touchy time, let me tell you that. But, you know, I thought we could end with a section that we've discussed before about having in the podcast called Poetry Wars, in which we write a poem about a topic. It's a highly original segment. It's never been done before.
I've never heard anyone ever do anything even remotely similar to this. Even.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to say we invented war or we invented poetry, but we've certainly invented the two together.
Poetry wise. Poetry wise. Poetry wise.
I've had a bit of time in prison, so I've been writing a bit of poetry based on Telltale jobs, actually. Dan, have you had a chance to write any poetry this past month?
Well, I didn't know we were going to be doing this, but I did write in my journal on the day of the incident with the screenshot leaks. I did write something in my journal, and I always write my journal in a rhyming form, so I could just take a page of that, I suppose.
Okay, do you want to do that now?
Yeah, do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
You go first.
Okay, here we go. This is called Telltale. Video game job, Telltale Town. He came from the east in a dressing gown. Monkey Island, Strong Bad, Sam and Max. He wanted the free office snacks. Then one day, a crazy disaster. Rebellion against his Telltale master. Mojo receives a screenshot leak, but they did not like his marketing technique. But out of the ashes of this firing, Telltale Games now are hiring. There we go.
That's good, man. I like the hidden meanings there.
Yeah, it's a tragic story.
It's true as well. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I wrote a poem too. I didn't rhyme mine, because mine's in the style of R.S. Thomas, the Welsh poet. But
Yes.
It's about the jobs page on Mix and Mojo, so I'll read it out. God smiled and the website said, join the Telltale team, but in the gaps of the text was the word lonely. I shrank back from this place of despair and watched a small girl become a senior lead tester. As she joined the Telltale team, she burst into a flaming heart, as if God had lit a candle in the echo of a prayer. That was my R.S. Thomas voice.
Yeah, that's moved me, quite frankly.
Speaking of moving, I wish I'd move out of this cell.
Yeah, look, I mean, you're in a ridiculous... What exactly... describe your surroundings. I mean, come on, there's got to be a way out of this thing. It's Lucasfilm prison, for Christ's sake.
Okay, wait. It's in a white room. I've got quite a lot of objects with me. I've got some papers and folders. There's a stapler. Maybe I can staple my way out? I don't know.
You got a window? You got a window in there? Any iron bars?
What did you say?
Is there a window? Iron bars? Anything?
There's a window. Yeah, there's a window really high up with some iron bars. Maybe I could get up there and use the stapler. There's.
Yeah. What else? I mean, how many bolts are there on the door?
The door actually doesn't have any bolts on it.
Are they on the outside? Are they?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been outside. There's a chair in the room. Maybe I can dig a hole with the chair.
Do you think there's a way you could? I mean, obviously there's not going to be a handle on your side, but is there a way you could perhaps get the door to open with? I mean, is there? What does the door look like?
Well, it's a big door. It's a white door. It's got a handle on it.
It's got a handle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first rule of leaving a room is pull on the handle, see what happens.
Alright. Hang on. It's opening. Wow. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I'm free.
Here we go. Yeah.
I'm free of myself. Wait, hang on. I'm walking around now. Well, it looks quite nice actually. Haven't been out this way before. There's some stairs. Going down the stairs. There's a lot of darkness. There's a light up ahead. Hang on. There's a long corridor. At the end, there's a door. I'm going towards the door.
Leave the place. It's got to be the same as the last one. I don't even think you're even in prison, to be honest. I'll be very surprised if there's any kind of security at all.
It does actually look like somebody's house. I think I'm in someone's house. Look, I'm coming up towards the door now. I'll try the door.
How many times is this going to happen? I mean, okay, look, you're on your own now, Gabriel, to be honest, because I'm tired of bailing you out of these situations where you phone me up and say, I'm trapped, I'm in prison, I'm disaster, and then it turns out, you're just basically asleep in bed, and that you've had a dream, and that you've not been able to realise, and now you're lost in someone's house, for Christ's sake. We've been hiding out for a month. We've not... Yeah, you're on your own. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a doorway. I think I can get the door open. Yes. Outside. I'm outside. Oh, that air smells good. Right, it's a field. There's a few trees in the background. There's some people. No, they don't look like guards. Hang on. They've got circles on their jackets and TTG. That's the Telltale Games logo. What are they doing here? Hello? Excuse me? Oh, hang on. They're running towards me now. No, they must be... hello? Shit! Oh, they're firing at me. They're firing bullets at me. Oh, shit. I'm in some shrubs. Oh, shit. Can you hear me? Hello? What? You're breaking up? I don't know. They're firing at me. I don't know what I'm... Oh, shit. A helicopter.